feels weird to be streaming again. I'm not streamed in, gosh, it feels like forever. It's probably only been about a week and a half, 2 weeks. But I've downloaded the steampunk special of Mariola budeks that's on Etsy at the moment for 50%. I think it's until tomorrow that it's on the 50% off. So I get it now while it's still cheap. I've already worked on the skin. I did that this afternoon. Hi Kirsty, was you waiting for me? I had to get Isabel sorted out. She's still awake. She's still awake. She's refusing to go to sleep. So I've already basted the skin. I did the skin with Prisma earlier on this afternoon, and some of the bits of clothes as well. Yeah. I had to sort her out and do a bit of washing before I started. Are you alright? Do you like your book? I'm really glad that you got it in the end. That's the one that I finished all the backgrounds in. I was working in it last night with watercolour pencils, I want to say. I'm going to use the polychromos to do the hair. I'm not decided what sort of hair. I think I'm going to go with brown hair. Let's see, maybe brown with a bit of red. Let's get these 3 pencils. Actually, we'll get 4. So, lightest. I'm still getting set up, sorry Kirsty. Pencil sharpener. Not forget my lightest, which is that one. I'm going to end up getting confused here because I don't know these pencils very well. I've not used them more than those. And in your wish list, just keep an eye on them because I know they're expensive, but when I bought them on that ridiculously cheap offer, the ones that broke, I think they were on for £38 and I paid £6 something, so just keep an eye on them. That's all I can say. Right, I won't be starting with darkest, sorry. I'm going to start with, if I can see it, red violet. Yeah, just keep an eye on it on your wish list. I was stalking it every single day for about a week until they came down in price. I was going to use them tonight, to be honest. But I'd already started this picture with pencils, so I don't fancy going over the top and spoiling it. I don't know if this one's going to be sharp enough. Should be alright. We'll see. It's definitely going to have a red tone to it, I think. I can still hear fireworks going off as well. I don't know what's going on. We're past bonfire night, give over. Start here. I've printed this off on slightly, it's ivory paper, it's not actually white. As you can see the difference, it isn't actually white, it's more of an ivory. Which picture are you going to start first, Kirsty? Yeah, it's terrible, I don't know what's going on, there must have been a party or something. Right, I'm going to go in with a slightly darker shade and see how this is going to turn out. So I'm using, I can't even pronounce that one, Mortum. If the camera's going to pick it up. Hopefully it does. Seems to be lagging a bit tonight. Don't know whether I think that colour choice of the hair will go nicely with the outfit. Right, what's going on with this iPad? Sorry, just bear with me. It's not playing ball. Right, I'm just going to have to go through the YouTube app. I'm having to connect the iPad so I can see chat. Volume down. My channel. There we go, I should be able to see it a bit better now. There we go. Is the stream alright there, Kirsta? It seems to be lagging a bit. Actually, that should be alright now. We'll see. Be careful how much I'm dragging this up. There's a tendency to go a bit overboard and forget about leaving a highlight. Right, I think I'm gonna go, I don't know whether to go with this one, which is burnt carmine, or the violet, more tone violet. I think I'm gonna go more of the red shade. Yeah, I don't know if it's some, are you on the internet now, Donna? Is that the internet? I think it might be playing up with this. Alright. Turn your phone off, please. It's lagging like mad. I don't know whether it's the connection round here, maybe, I don't know. I'm going to try and leave a little bit of a highlight there. Just a little bit, just a bit lighter. Let's have a look. Yeah, it looks alright there on camera. Right, I'm sticking with these three shades, then I'm going to put this one back so we don't get confused. Right, my darkest shade, we'll start with that again. Yeah, so the artists of this event have done some of the pictures and they're on 50% off at the moment. I think some are even at 70% off on Etsy. There's one, I can't remember her last name, but her YouTube channel's Colour with Laura. Is it Colour with Laura? Laura Colours 2. That's a YouTube channel. She's done her picture for free, so you can download that and print it out for free. Hopefully I'll be able to add all the links when the stream is finished. Yeah, someone's definitely celebrating something. Bonfire night is finished. Stop it with the fireworks. We're always going to end up having a heart attack. Hi everybody else who's joining the stream. This is one of the steampunk specials by Mariola budek. I had to get this one with me buying the set of art. I felt like I couldn't not have this one because it wouldn't complete the collection. I think it was only cheap. I think it was about £1.20, I think. I know. We was thinking of getting some fireworks for Isabel actually for her birthday. Not really the big ones. Just something to light in the back garden, but I don't know if that'd set our dogs off. I don't know if that'd be a good idea or not. She loved it. We took her for a walk around the estate on bonfire night. We didn't want to take her anywhere just in case she was scared of them, but no, she loved it. So we know now for next year. got as well, I think I am going to put like a glitter, give her a glitter lid with one of these, possibly the red shade. Make it look like she's got sparkly eyeshadow on. The camera should pick up that there, sparkle. They're really pretty these, but they're better over something. I wouldn't put them just on a blank piece of paper. Yeah, they can be quite patchy. Just put them over something else, or mix them with other watercolours, maybe. I wanted to stream last night, but I wasn't well. I did arrange to go out for a meal and drinks after, but that had to get cancelled. Oh, I might drag that darker colour down just a tiny little bit here actually. Just a little bit. And a little bit here. I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to colour these cogs because I don't actually know, in the clocks. I don't know really how to do that. So I'm either just going to have to wing it and guess, or worst case I've got some Winsor & Newton ink to go over the top. So we'll see. We'll see. I think that's fair enough now. I'm in the middle shade again. It is got different things. Was it white, Kirsty? Because if it was white, like a grey white colour, it was just a blending stump with blending solution just popped in here. If you want to try that, I haven't got any blending stumps, but they're super cheap on Amazon. I'll put a little bit of that blending solution in a little pot for you, and next time I see you, I'll pass it to you because it is really good. So I'll use that at the end if I feel like it needs it, but it is really good stuff. I think I got the largest bottle possible, so I think it's going to last me a lifetime. But then blending stumps, I think you can get them literally 4, 5, 6 of them for a couple of pounds. They're not expensive at all. I'll just have to find a little tub or a little container, unless you've got something like that. Then pass it to me, I'll put it in and pass it you back. Evie, shut up. I'm telling my dog to shut up there if anybody wondered. Probably whinging because of the fireworks. Right, I'm going to go in now with the lightest shade again. Can't read it because the light's shining on it. Burnt carmine. I'll just bring that up. It's looking nice on camera anyway. Sometimes it looks different in real life than it does on camera, but it is showing up true. I think I will go in a little bit. Right, we'll sort out the pencils, lightest to darkest. You must have been talking about these, so I don't think I've used my blending pens for a little while. So I'll show you all the different things I've got for blending. Got the blending stumps with the solution that I use. I've got 2 different size Derwent blender pens. These are basically the same thing. So they've got the liquid already in the barrel. So then you just colour it on. You've just got to be careful. If as you can see there, I've used it with the green. So if you don't clean that off first, you're going to end up rubbing green all over your page. I've got, which one is it yet? Derwent blender, that's really, really good. I think I've gone through about 3 or 4 packs of these actually. And then the last thing, which I don't recommend, but it's probably the most expensive one out of them all, the Caran d'Ache full blender. I hate it. I'm going to keep it and use it because it was expensive, but I hate it. That was a waste of money, so I'm going to stick with my cheaper ones. Right, let's look for a clean side if I've got one. Well, probably not. That'll do. So you just dip it in. I got this idea from Colouring Chat with Sammy. I saw that she was doing it on her channel. So I'll just pop the blending solution in here and literally dip the blending stump in and it picks it up. Yeah, well, just remind me on Monday, Kirsty. And if I can't find a bottle, I'll look tomorrow. If I can't find a bottle, can you have a look for me? And then I'll pick it up off you on Monday. And I can give it you back on Tuesday. But as you can see, it's easy peasy. I can't be bothered with the trying to burnish it into the paper. It'll hurt my wrist, so this is just so much easier. The trick that I find to clean these is normal sandpaper. But again, I was too cheap to buy my own, so I went and pinched my mother-in-law's. I've got a million pieces of that as well now. I'm going to have to put my iPad on charge, I think, soon. Yeah, I've got the phone connected to the iPad so I can see what I'm doing. I'm just turning the blender around as I go because the zesty, the solution on it will be on all sides. I just want to use all of that. Yeah, that's nice. I actually love how I've done her eyes. It's like a rose gold pinky colour. Right. Dana, could you get me the charger please for the iPad? I'll use that wire there and then I need the plug from upstairs please. Thank you. Let's go in with the darker shade again. I think that was disrupting it. Right, plug. I've literally gone and like pressed play on the stream, not realising the iPad battery was nearly gone. Right. I want to bring this down a little bit further because I don't want there to be a massive gap where I want the highlight. So I'm going to put it here. Thank you.
I'll leave it off.
Yeah, you're going to have to leave it off for now please. Thank you. Just plug you in. It probably would, yeah. It probably would, but the only problem I've got with the glossy accent, I still can't find a pin in this house. Unbelievable. So the top of it's glued up there, so what I'll probably have to do is snip off the top of it. I don't know if you can see there's air bubbles in it. I'll have to snip off the top of it, and if I go to squeeze that on the page now, it's just going to go everywhere because it's not as precise. So possibly I'm going to have to order a new one of them and learn from my mistakes and put a pin at the top of the tube when I'm not using it. It's weird that it happens with that because my other glitter glues and stuff, they don't do that. That's perfectly fine. It's weird. It must just be that the ingredients that they use in that glossy accents. I don't know. But yeah, that would be a good idea. Yeah. I might even use the Winsor & Newton, the gold one, you know, for parts of the jewellery, like the chains and stuff. Bring it down here. Right, let's go in with a darker shade, which is the word I can't pronounce. Cobalt mortum. Let me bring you up to the camera. I'm hoping that Isabella's asleep now. Is she asleep? Dana, is she asleep? Yeah. We recently put her in a sleep suit to go to bed in, to stop her from moving around, and she seems to like it. I'll have to send you the picture, Kirsty. It's quite funny actually, because I bought one. I think it's a bit too big. It looks like a full-blown duvet's wrapped round her. She likes it anyway. Lightest shade. Oh, did I? I can't remember who I sent it to or I didn't send it. Yeah, it's massive, isn't it? It's massive. You can just see a little head popping out the top. Is he in his own bed? Or is he going to end up sneaking in Mummy's? Right, I'll blend this in a minute. Wrong side. Yeah, she seems quite content in it. I don't know if she feels more secure in it because it's quite tight around her, I'm not sure. Yeah, it goes up to the age of 6, so it'll last her a while, hopefully. But we'll see. Right, let's work on the top bit now. We'll have to unclip it to move the page. It is quite a nice shade, this paper. It makes a nice change from working constantly on white. I was working on the Soulmates boot last night and I tested out for the first time. Where are they? I've not done a video of getting these. I didn't think it was worth doing it. I got these. And then one book. How do you pronounce these? Is it I know the watercolour pencils. I think it's a 72 set. And they're really nice. I mean, for cheaper pencils, especially watercolour pencils, they're really, really nice. I think I paid about £18 for that full set. So it's really reasonable price. And then I got the Astro Inklings. Just something different. I'm pretty sure, I'll check the back. Yeah, it's Amazon printed paper. But I can live with that, I can work with that. I'm used to that in the Misfits books. It's not my favourite, but the images and that are really nice. Right, so darkest shade again. Do these little bit of tufty hairs. I'll have to sharpen. So I shared on I think it's the Colouring Connection group on Facebook. I shared the picture of the cake and the card that my husband got me for reaching 200 subscribers, and we're up to 250 already I think that was on Tuesday. So thank you everyone for subscribing. And yeah, if you was interested, that cake was absolutely gorgeous. It was sticky toffee pudding flavour cake, sponge cake, and he even took some round to my dad's. So I was going to have to think of something now for 300 subscribers, ain't we, Dana? I've told him that I would like a desk, so I'm not sat here working at the dining table, and I can have all my stuff out ready in the evenings or in the afternoons if I've got free time. Right, I'm not going to go in the dark, lighter shade there, I'm happy with that. Right, so let's do this side actually. Yeah, so I just need to have a look at a couple of desks, measure them up and different prices, what's going to suit. I'm literally just using like a flicking motion when I'm doing the darker shades. We haven't actually been to physio today with my daughter. We've got this week off and we've got next week off. She's back in the week after. And we've not really done much today, to be honest. Bit of shopping this morning. And then stopped in. It's been super cold around here. We've actually had loads of warnings about flooding. It's not been too bad where we live, but there has been weather warnings. Randa's in busy, Kirsta. I went to the one in the centre. It wasn't too bad though. We went to there and I nipped to the range because I wanted a new lamp for the side of me. I wonder why. It's not like anything special's on tonight, is there? Yeah, it was just like a normal Saturday, the one in town. Oh, is it finally short? I was gutted when I found that out. I like going there. I think, I don't know where the closest one is now, to be honest. Lighter shades. Oh, did she work there? So why did it shut in the first place? I don't understand that, because it was quite popular. I'm going to blend that out while I'm here. Yeah, I'm liking how this is turning out. It's really red tone though, isn't it? I've even gone for the red nail polish. If you hear me going quiet for a minute, I'm just taking a drink. Well, it's a shame really, yeah, and all them people losing their jobs. Yeah, I used to love going there.
A lot of them people that are also go to one at night.
No, Kirsty was telling me that her mum worked there. She's been paid redundancy because of it. They weren't making enough sales. It's a shame.
Even ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah.
A lot of the people who work there, I thought were lucky at the one at Leeds there.
Danny's just saying he thought maybe that they'd gone working at Lee instead.
Not all of them,
But I suppose if you don't drive, it's a bit of a long way to go, isn't it? So I'm gonna have to do it individually every single little bit of the hurry, I think. Try and make it as realistic as possible. Yeah, so Kirsty, send me a message on, what day are we today? Saturday. Send me a message tomorrow evening and just remind me about that the blending solution, because between now and then I'll end up forgetting. Yeah, well that's understandable, isn't it? That's what I thought. With people not being able to drive, it's a bit unfair. I'm actually in the house most of the day tomorrow with just the kids. My husband's going, where is it you going? What's it called? Silverstone. He's the racetrack. They've paid for his dad to have a go at some of the fast cars, so him and his brother are taking him there for the day. So I need to think of something to do with the kids in the morning. Hopefully it's half decent weather. It's a bit difficult with this bit because it goes to one side. Yeah, we're looking forward to it. I don't think you've not had time like that with your dad, have you, and Ryan, for a long time? Just you three? No. No. I'm only getting a couple of words out of him because he's playing FIFA.
You get a couple of words and you told me to shut up and be quiet.
I didn't tell you to shut up and be quiet. I said stop. I said stop coughing. I said stop coughing. That's what I said to him. I've actually remembered today as well to take the card out for these because I couldn't remember the name of the lady that makes them. So that's the card if you're interested. So it's GD colour and she's on Etsy. But you'll see how they work anyway when I pop them down. I'm definitely going to put them on the eyes. You do have to soak them a little bit before using them. So I've got my water brushes ready. But they are really beautiful. So I'm wondering whether to bring this up a little bit higher, maybe. I think I've got the too much gene when it comes to her, too much shading, too much colour, and I don't leave enough highlight. I forget, I get carried away. To be fair to him, he only bought it yesterday, FIFA, he'd only bought it yesterday, so he did come to bed quite late last night though. I don't think you'll be stopping on it late tonight though, will you? We need to catch up on Cora. I need to find out if David got married. Nobody tell me in the comments, don't tell me.
You didn't get married, you can't get married.
Yeah, but didn't see what happened after that. We turned it off. Something needed to good happen in Coronation Street after what was happening last week. So sad. I do apologise if you don't watch it and you don't know what I'm bloody talking about. Right, let's add the lighter shade.
She'll probably need moving once with sort.
We'll just do it in a bit, she'll be alright for now.
Oh, she's fine then. I won't leave that blanket on the bed either.
That's a good idea, Kirsty. He's lucky actually that he plays that and I'm sat here colouring, so it's not too bad. Yeah, I was all the way through that episode, I was crying my eyes out. Thank you very much. I've been watching your last couple of videos, your collection and finished pages videos, are really beautiful work that you've done. Really, really nice. I need to catch up with your colouring chats though. Well, thank you for stopping by. If you hear a bang in a minute, it's me chucking something at my husband because he's laughing at me. So I'm just using the blending solution again with the blending stone. Just makes it easier. Right, we've just got this little bit now, haven't we? I think I'm going to have to add a little bit more shade into the clothes there. I'm not quite happy with that. But we'll see. And what do you think of the lips? Shall I keep them more nude with the eyes having a lot going on? Thank you very much, Kayla. I think I only found your channel probably about a week ago, maybe. I seem to have just got a lot of subscribers over the past couple of days. Well, this is what that's from. It's the Mariola budek one. I can't recommend these ones enough, but I say that about all her artwork. I love her artwork in general. I've got this one, and I can't remember the name of this artist. I've got two others. So let me get my little folder out. You might recognise them. So I think her name's, is it Laura Rafferty? So she was giving this one out for free, so I printed that one out on white paper and ivory paper, and then this is the one that I paid for the Mariola budek one, and then I paid for this one, but unfortunately my printer decided to print it out with more of a red tone. I'll show you on the white paper. I have no idea why, so I'm going to have to get the printer back out tomorrow and print it out with proper black ink. But I can't remember the name of that artist, I do apologise. So I'm hoping to get this one finished tonight and then that other one finished tomorrow at some point. Oh, have you got all of them? Oh, you've got Laura's done. Are you going to do a video on all of them when you finish them? I'll be interested to see how people, you know, colour them in different ways, and what they use, what mediums. I was toying with the idea of using acrylic paint on this one, but because I did the skin pretty well, I didn't want to spoil it. So we'll try with the other ones. I've printed this out a couple of times. I think there's a light version, a dark and grayscale, so I've got a couple of them. I need to go on Instagram then, don't I, and have a look at the hashtags. It'll be on Instagram, won't it? I'll have a little look on there. Let's finish this little bit off. Before I forget, I'm going to go in and do that eyeshadow next, I think. I'm desperate to get that glitter down just to see what it looks like. Go in and blend in again. Right. Oh, well, at least it's not just happening to me then. I couldn't understand why it was printing them out. It's like a peachy, pinky orange colour, what it's printed some of them out. I have no idea why. I actually got a new cartridge of black as well today, so it doesn't, you know, it doesn't explain it. Because I thought maybe the printer started to do different colours if you'd run it to black, but no. So I'll try again with it tomorrow. I don't like getting the printer out too often because one of my dogs is actually petrified of it. If she doesn't understand what it is, she's scared of it. So I only try and get it out when I really have to. Bring this colour down again. I have no idea what to do with these glasses and the skull. I've never covered anything like that before, so I think it's sort of just going to be a guessing game. Skulls are like an off-white yellowy colour, aren't they? Have you seen the folder that Colour with Sammy did? It was beautiful. I'll have a look on Instagram then. Is there a Facebook group as well by any chance? I'm just curious to see what everybody else is doing. There was one of the pictures as well, again I can't remember the name of the artist, but I went to buy it and it was PayPal, and I haven't set up a PayPal account. It was on Etsy, and I just like paying through Etsy because it's just easier. So I couldn't actually download that one. But it was a really close face shot of it was a beautiful woman. It looked more like a real photograph than a drawing. I think I'm just going to be lazy, to be honest, and just stick ink on it. That is really being lazy, isn't it? I think that would take me a long time to master colouring in metal. Something, you know, that you have to really concentrate on. I wouldn't like to do it on stream and then be concentrated and talking to you guys. I want to be properly, you know, focused and doing what I'm doing. I have got a couple of tutorial books, but you know, I have to be in the right frame of mind to sit there and try and teach myself reading this book, teach myself how to do these tutorials. I've just not had the mojo but do that. Just want to sit here and colour and not feel like I'm being taught. Right, I think I'm going to have to bring that down a little bit more. I'm just going to fill this whole section in. I want it further down than it actually is. A little bit there. Thanks, Kirsta. I'm hoping that it turns out alright. I keep saying I need to frame these pictures, but with my colouring in the dining room, I don't think I'll get away with putting frame pictures there. It's not a dining room sort of thing, is it? Did you see the little tiny mini video that I did of the Hannah Lynn finished pages? I've put the majority of the pictures that I've finished from her in frames and in Isabel's room, and she loves them. So that's being lifted up and showing all the different pictures and explaining, like, this one's an elf, this one's a little girl, this one's a princess. She loves it. You need to, you know what, let me just show you that picture. I sent you a picture before, but it's different. It'll look better on camera, like my proper camera. No, elf images. What, you mean like Christmassy ones? Yeah, Kayla, I'm really surprised as well, considering how popular she is. I would have definitely bought one of hers. I'm a really big fan of hers. So this is what I was working on last night, and I used the watercolour pencils for the first time. And for cheap watercolour pencils, I'm really happy with these. Have you not tried to look for a Lord of the Rings colouring book? Because I bet you there's something like that out there. I've got, God, what is it? There's a Tomb Raider colouring book on my wish list. There's Jurassic Park book. There's all sorts. Yeah, just have a look for Lord of the Rings colouring book, because I bet you there is. They've got some. Yep, so I'm not going to finish that other one off, and then that's the next one I'm going to work on, this book. Not anytime soon, because I think I've got about 4 or 5 different pictures on the go at the minute. Right, I've lost where I was up to now. It's the medium shade. Nope, it was still on the darker shade. Hiya, Cheryl. I'm alright, thank you, how are you? Very good actually. Yeah, so I just Amazon it. Kirsty, you never know. Is it for you? Obviously it's for you, because I don't imagine your fella would like colouring. There's all sorts of colouring boots out there. Oh, has she? I know that Hannah Calzone's got one coming out next year, but I didn't know Hannah Lynn had a new one. Do you know what it's called? By any chance is it called like Working Girls or something like that? I've been seeing teasers on Facebook. I think one of them was one of the ladies was a vet, I think. Yeah, Kirsty does have a look on Amazon. I'll have a look as well, and if I find anything I'll let you know. I'll have to have a look then. I'll have to have a look. I imagine there's some gorgeous pieces out there that I've already done, because these images have been already out now, I think nearly 24 hours. Some people work really quick, don't they? Right, I'm going to go in with the medium shade now. I don't think I got any of Beach Christine's boots. I have been eyeing up, I didn't realise that I could get hold of, the Colour in Heaven, the 2019 annual. I know the 2020 annual is out, I think it's either next week or the week after. But I think last year's looks better. I think it's about £7 if I remember correctly. I love Hannah Lynn as well. Kirsty, you've probably no idea who we're talking about. I will show you. I will show you at some point. They're really nice pages. It's really relaxing to do as well, you know. These are more like realistic, aren't they? Where Hannah Lynn's are more like cartoonish. Whoops a daisy. That even just goes to show that I'm heavy handed with these pencils, because these are meant to be hard ones. I know, Kayla, that you'd seen the video that I did of the amazing the Faber-Castell package. I was so thankful. I honestly, I didn't really know what to say to him. The guy that had sent it to me, it was such a nice thing to do. And really I was just complaining the fact that I had a pencil set that didn't match. It was just annoying me. And I offered to send him this pack of pencils back, you know, it wouldn't have been a problem. So for him to send the full set out, I was, you know, I didn't know what to say. Yeah, I've seen the diamond paintings. Is that something that you like doing? I've never tried that. I've never tried it. To be totally honest, I think that would probably give me a headache after a bit, as much as it's beautiful when it's finished. Because they're so tiny pieces, aren't they? Just, you know, I'd probably need a magnifying glass. But I bet but when the picture's done and it's all framed, I bet you it's gorgeous. Yeah, the Derwent samples set I sent off for them yesterday. I think you just pay £2.50 for the postage, and then you get in, gosh, what was it? I think it was a metallic pencil, a pro colour pencil. There was a water brush, a fine liner. I can't remember what else there was, but I think anyway you just paid the £2.50 postage to cover. So yeah, that's a really good thing that they do that. You know, so you can test out the products and see if you like them or not. Try my best to leave a little bit of a highlight, but I don't know if it's gonna turn out. It'll look better once I get the blender on there. And I think I am gonna go in. Do you know what? Before I do that, I'm gonna dampen one of these. I'm gonna pick which colour do we think? I'm leaning towards the reddy shade. Let me get a decent water brush if I can find one. I've got 1,000,001. These Arteza ones are really good. I got these last week again when they were on offer. I'm going to go with the red shade. So I'm just going to dampen it. It's just a couple of drops of water there, and I'm just literally just going to leave it there for the time it takes me to blend that, and then I'll go in with that. Go in with the glitter. Right, let's blend this out. They are beautiful colour, but the only thing is, make sure that you base the paper first with some sort of colour. I wouldn't go in, like I wouldn't just put it here, I've learnt that now, because it does look quite patchy. Just make sure you've got some sort of pencil down, or I don't know, alcohol marker, watercolour, acrylic, whatever it is that you're using, and then go over with these paints. You'll see what I mean when I pop it on. Because it's literally just the glitter going down, there's no other pigment in it. It's not like, where's my other one? It's not like this one where it's actual a metallic paint that's got no glitter in it. But them ones you do have to add a bit of colour first. Right. Right, so let's put my pencils back. I don't like to be messy because I'm quite happy with that there actually. Quite happy. Yeah, but I've got this one. I have no idea how to use that. How do we even use that one? I just imagine that one would be really messy. I've used this one with Inktense. That's why it's stained. But the big one, I don't know what to use it with, to be honest. Any ideas? Yeah, well that's why I've not used it yet. Right, so I'll lift it up to the camera. Can you see the glitter moving? Let me just wait till the iPad catches up so I can see what you can see. Yeah, you can, can't you? Right, you picked it up there. It's literally just the glitter that you're picking up. There's no other pigment in there. I don't know how this paper is going to react to water. I hope it's going to be alright. This background now I literally use as my messy sheet, so I'm even using it to dampen water. I've got my nice pink on for when I'm doing filming videos, but when I know I'm going to be messy, I use this one. So I'm probably going to have to go in actually with a couple of layers of this. Let me go in with a finer brush, because that's picking up too much water. So I'll try with this one. Hi Green Blaze, are you okay? And Ladybug, are you alright? Thanks for joining. I'm just about to add probably the nicest bit actually, the glitter. I just want to add a little bit to the eyelids now. I'm going to let it dry, then probably go over with a couple of layers. But can you see what I mean? If I'd added that straight to the paper with no colour underneath it, it would look quite patchy. So I think I'm going to let that dry and then we'll go over it again. I might even possibly go in with a bit of a glitter eyeliner, you know, for eyeliner instead of the black, but I'm not sure anyway. I'm very good, thank you. Very good. I'm good now that the fireworks have stopped. Right, yeah, so I'm going to put that to one side. Put my brush to one side. I'm undecided what to do with the clocks because I'm not too sure what to try and colour them in, or shall I try and literally just go in with the Winsor & Newton, the ink, or even try and colour the skull. I'm new to colouring skulls, so I have no idea. I think I will go in with the gold and we will go around these areas. So let's get a fine brush. Where's my super fine one? I think this is a Zig water brush if I remember correctly. Have we still not decided yet, Kayla? Go with this one, but I do know that a lot of people would have chosen this one with how beautiful it is. I think Deborah Muller has added one, hasn't she? Hers is really nice as well. Right, just go wet the brush. Oh, it's all I've not used it in a little while, so you can see I think I need to give it a good mix. Right, let's see. Oh, right, you're confusing me then. You'll have to catch me when your little ones are asleep. I've just got Isabel down, she's asleep now, fast asleep, so we're alright. We're alright till tomorrow, hopefully. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Right, I'm just going to go in with the cap and see how much pigment I can get off there. I'm a bit nervous about this because I don't want to wreck it. Oh, right. I don't know if I should. I'm going to have to actually. I'll show you what I do with this. I'll just go in and literally mix it with the end of the brush because all the pigment is at the bottom. Can you see it moving on there? It's really strange, this stuff. Let's put that to one side. And let's try again. It's a little bit better. It's not fantastic. I know that these are not meant to be used for colouring, but I couldn't help myself when I saw it in the shop. Let's see. I don't know if I'm using the wrong brush actually. Let me just try a different finer brush. Maybe because it's a water brush, it's just not playing ball. Let's try this one. Let's wet this and try this. Right. I don't want too much on there. What do you think? Is that picking it up better? Do you want me to zoom in, guys, or is that okay where I've got it? I'm not sure. I think I'm going to have to go over this with a couple of layers. Because it's not paint, is it? It's actual ink, this. Let's try and get these edges. What do we think? I'll lift it up a little bit into the light. Should be able to see it there. The eyes are still definitely wet because I can see them glistening. Right, does it need mixing again, this? It usually comes out super duper pigmented. I don't usually have all this hassle with it, so I don't know. I've not used it in a little while, so maybe that's why it's just been sitting in the shelf. No idea. Yeah, that's better if I go over the width of the layer. It should be fine. What's everybody else working on tonight? If you're not taking part in this event, what are you working on? I'm hoping I'm going to get this finished. If not tonight, then definitely tomorrow. Then I can carry on working in the Hannah cows on one. I think, like I said, I think I've got literally about 4 or 5 pictures on the go at the minute. I don't know why I do it to myself because it just stresses me out. Right. Shall we go over in these ones, or just one of them, 2 of them? What do we think? You're drawing a skeleton girl. I can't draw probably whatsoever anymore. I used to be able to, not anymore. Right, I'm going to try and go over. Which brush was it? I was using this one. I'll pigment at the end of it now, ink, so I'm going to have to be careful. A little bit more glitter. Oh, mermaid, where's that from? Which boot's that for, Emma? Don't want to go off the eyelid. You know what, you got the same as me, and I considered myself really good in school at arts. That's not bad, Kirsty, getting a B. I used to be into it loads, drawing, way back when. Right, I don't want to mess with that too much because I feel like I'm moving the pigment, the glitter around too much. Oops-a-daisy. Yeah, I think I'm probably better off sticking to my colouring books. I don't know what to do about these ones here. Right, I'm going to put this ink away for now. We'll colour the skull. I was going to do the other picture that I'd started on the colouring chart. The other Mariola budek one with the orange hair. I don't know if any of you caught that. But with this event going on, I felt like this would be a bit more popular. So, right, the skull. I think that'll probably be more of a creamy shade. Thank you very much for joining anyway. I need to catch up with some of your videos as well. So tomorrow evening I'll have time, then I'll be able to sit at my table, watch other people's videos while I do my colouring. Yeah, I need to finish that one. I'm planning on probably giving that picture actually to my mum's partner. He's got a couple of eagles and hawks and stuff as they're not pets but like show pets. What are them? What Kev's got? Like breeding, he uses them for breeding and stuff, don't he? Yeah, so I thought he'd like that picture because there's a big eagle on it. I've not told him yet. I'm just gonna finish it and give it to him. Right. No, it's warm enough.
I don't think it is.
I think it's warm enough.
Even if it's before it's made.
A gin and tonic, please. I haven't really got many creamy shades. I'm just looking. Right, I've definitely got, literally this is called cream. So I'll have that one out. I've got light yellow ochre. Yeah, I thought it'd be a really nice idea that. Just popping it in a little cheap frame for him, then if he wants to change the frame he can do. I've not told my mum, so I'm hoping she's not watching this stream, to be honest, or watches it back. And then I'm gonna go in with burnt ochre. I'm gonna try these 3 shades and we'll see. That's a good idea, that, yeah. Give it to him as an Xmas. I literally said Xmas, thank you. Give it to him as a Christmas present. It's a good idea, that.
What card?
Yeah. I'll have to show you the bits that I'm on about. Did you see it? That was what I was streaming the other day. No. No. I think I've got the book here, actually. Let me just move this one out of the way just in case it gets wrecked. I don't want it to get wet. Let me just find the page really quickly. It's sod's law, isn't it? When you want to try and find something quickly, it's going to be the last one that I find, isn't it? Yeah, there it is. So that one. I've only basted that with pan pastels. The hair's finished with. I just need to finish basically everything else. But yeah, that's a really good idea, that. I think I'll do that. I think you'll enjoy that because it's, you know, it's personal. I've coloured that in. Right. Let's start with this skull. Yeah, he said the same thing. Right, I'm a little bit nervous about doing this, to be honest, because I love how the skin's turned out. I don't want to wreck it, so I think I'm just going to go in with a really light layer with the cream and then add shading with the other colours. How long are we on now? An hour and 8 minutes. I'm hoping I'll be able to, it'll be a miracle if I can finish this in half an hour, 40 minutes. I can't stay up too late tonight because I'll have to get up with Isabel in the morning. I've not checked the weather as well for tomorrow. It's alright tomorrow. I'm going to have to take her somewhere in the morning. I don't drive, so it's trying to find something that's local to do with Isabel. I don't know. What about the park? Kirsty, did you fancy taking the kids to the park tomorrow? Let Hazel see Isabel. That was funny, that video. They've not got long to wait now. We're back together again. As long as it's not raining, it should be alright. Right, just going with a very light layer. I have no idea how to do skulls. So I'm just gonna wing it. I'm just gonna go over the shading and hope that's where it's meant to be. I don't actually know how this paper is going to react to that much water being on there. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but it has warped a tiny little bit where the eyes are. It's not the best quality paper, this. It was literally from the range. I think I paid about £4 for 100 pieces, and it's 160 GSM. Ooh, I could go for half an hour after that. I need to be back home probably for about 1:45, so I can pop her down for a nap, because I'm doing a full Sunday dinner tomorrow, so when Danny gets home he'll be ready for him. My mother-in-law's coming as well tomorrow, so I think she's coming round. I need to be in there for 3:30. So if you can get there any time after 1, I'll give her a dinner and pop round. See, I don't know if I'm making it look dirty here. I don't feel like that's the right shade. I'm just going to try and darken it up a little bit, and then I'm going to go over again with the cream shade. Yeah, Kirsty, that's best for me. Please. It only takes me 10 minutes to walk there, if that. It's nice there as well, isn't it? With all the trees. I'll have to drag Lewis with me. Right, well, what I'll do at morning then, if I message me at morning, I'll look for a bottle, then I'll bring it for you tomorrow, and then you might be able to test it yourself. I hope you're going to start a picture in that boot soon. I was tempted actually to buy a second copy of that boot, because I love it so much. I just feel like I've spoilt it a bit with all the mixed media that I used. Look at the state of how thick it is. That's me squeezing it as well. It's just ridiculous. Some of the pages are actually at the front because I've used that much watercolour paint. You can see the bleed through. So I'm really thinking about getting another copy of this, just to do really, really nice pictures in. Yeah, it's a well-loved boot, that one. Oh, he will cry. If he's watching Lion King, he will cry. I cried my eyes out watching The Lion King. We went, when it first came out, I took my son Lewis to go and watch it. And I was sat there, and then when Mufasa dies, I was crying my eyes out. And then Lewis is just looking around at me and going, seriously, Mum? Like I was some sort of embarrassment. It was a really good film though. The only thing which you can't really argue with the directors and the people that made it is the lions. They don't have much expression, but they've tried to make it so realistic, which if it is realistic, lions don't have an expression, so it is right. It is, it's right. Everybody should cry. Kirsty, everyone should cry at that film. It's such a sad film. It is a lovely film. Good luck. Do you know what though, Kirsty? I think I was like that because I knew what was going to happen. I knew that the inevitable was going to happen. He was going to die. Yeah, it is a good film though. I'm going to go over all of this with just that cream again, and I'm just going to hope that it's going to turn out alright. Has the export's gone off? It says the fan's gone off. Yeah, I think it's looking alright, that. See you later, love. And good luck, you'll be fine. You'll be fine, you'll enjoy it. You'll enjoy it. think that's one film I don't ever buy DVDs now of anything, but that's one film that I'm definitely going to buy on DVD. I think I've got 2 copies of Lion King actually, and they're in Isabel's room. That's my favourite all-time Disney film. Favourite all-time Disney film, they've not got a ride at Disney World or Disneyland on anything to do with Lion King. Sod's Law. I want to try and find a mug of Lion King with Simba on. Bring that home. Do you think that looks alright, that, or do you think I should make it any darker? I don't know. Should I have some browns or greys in it maybe? Like I said, I have no idea what to do when it comes to schools. I'm just looking through my colours now. Yeah, I think I'm going to add a little bit of grey. So I have got warm grey 5, 6. I think it's 6. Is one V and one line 6? Dunno. Like a V numeral. A V is 5, isn't it? Yeah. And a line next to it, is that 6? Hmm? Yeah, so it's 6. Yeah, it does look a bit clean, doesn't it? That's better. Because the only ones that I know is 1 and 5. Don't worry about it. It was just lucky that it was 5 and 1 on the pencil, so 6. That was just really lucky. Right, a little bit here. Yeah, there's no way I think I'm going to end up getting this finished tonight. I think when I'm sat colouring on my own, because I managed to do this whole outfit, the whole of the skin, in probably about 40 minutes this afternoon. But when you sit here and you're chatting, you can't really do as much. Can't concentrate on 2 different things. I think I'm going to possibly add a little bit in here as well. It's weird because this colour is so similar to normal pencil colour. So we'll see. Just add a little bit. Right, I'm going to stop messing with that now. I don't want to wreck it anymore. I'm going to darken these bits of clothes that I started earlier on. Just a little bit, just a tad. I'm still don't know what to do about this clock here, to be honest. Yeah, I'm just going to add a tiny little bit shading towards the top and blend it downwards. You can tell I'm concentrated because I go quiet. And instead of using the blending stump, I'm going to go in with a little bit of the pen. I'm not going to worry too much about finishing this on camera because I didn't say that it was going to be a colour along or anything. It was more of a colouring chat. So, and I didn't start it on camera, so I'm not going to put pressure on myself to try and finish it on camera. I don't want to destroy sort of what I've already done. These are not working very well with polys. They're making it very, very streaky actually. And I have to be careful with them. So when you guys are watching YouTube videos and you're looking for new things to watch, what do you actually type in to do with like art and colouring? I've been trying to think of different ideas, something a bit different to do on my channel. I don't really tend to like doing the colour alongs too much, just in case I don't finish a picture for whatever reason, you know, life gets in the way and someone's waiting for me to finish a picture. I wouldn't like to do that. I'm just trying to think of other things to do. I thought it'd be a funny idea actually, asking my husband to pick the colouring book and then pick the art supplies, and then I have to colour in what he's picked out with what mediums that he's picked out. But I don't know whether that would be something that anybody would want to watch, so I'm not sure. I'm just dabbing my finger on it because I don't want it, like if I left it like that it'd sink into the paper and make a bit of a mark. Well, stop it please. I'm not putting much pigment down here, I'm just making it a tiny little bit darker. I blame him anyway, he just doesn't know it. He doesn't watch all my videos, he only watches the ones I ask him to. Just a little bit down here. So don't tell your Hazel tomorrow, just go to the park and see if she notices Isabel. Hey, I got her to keep gloves on today. Proper like finger gloves, like normal gloves. She didn't try and pull them off. Couldn't believe it. They need them though in this weather, don't they? It's getting really, really cold now. It's really sweet that they're like that. We're pretty sure. What was she saying tonight? Buddha. My husband's convinced that she was saying Buddha because he was saying to her, "I'm Daddy and you're my Buddha." And Buddy, Buddy back. You're my Buddy. She's going Buddy, Buddy. Yes, snap. And I forgot my gloves as well. The school run yesterday morning was awful. We complain about the cold though, don't we? And then as soon as it gets a bit warmer, we're complaining again. Hey, and you can't moan as well, you drive. I literally walk. One place. I'm hoping it is the start of the talking because at one point it was ba 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 ba, and then that sort of stopped. So fingers crossed. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna go over a base all this with one colour, and then it's not too scary for when I come back. Because it being blank like that, I have no idea what to do with it. I think if I put a colour down, I won't be as nervous coming back to it. I'm thinking definitely a yellow colour, yellow to orange possibly. Let me put this pencil back. If I can find its home. I'm liking this colour. It may be too bright. We can darken it up, it's fine. Hey, I do power walk. No, that gives me hope then, 4.5. That gives me hope. Yeah, but I do power walk. Pushing that the wheelchair, buggy, slash buggy. She wears an arm and a leg. That's why I always look a mess in the morning. I'm pushing her up that hill. Got no time to worry about myself though, I just want to get her into nursery. Just make sure she's alright. I know this is going to look really bright on the camera, and it does look really bright. And once we go in with shading over the top, it'll be fine, I think. I do. I look like Rudolph, but it's on my cheeks. I don't care though, as long as she's alright and she's happy and she's in nursery, it's fine. I don't see the point in worrying though. What's the point in worrying? You're there to take your kid to school or nursery, aren't you? It's not a beauty contest. It's definitely more of an egg colour, this, isn't it? Dark caramel and yellow. She's really good. She's really good. She's nice. I did a bit of a silly thing on Friday when I went to pick Isabel up. I got there about 10 minutes early, and I bobbed my head to the glass to see how she was doing, and Isabel clocked me straight away. So I waved to her. She saw me waving, and then within 30 seconds she was screaming. She was screaming the place down. I thought at first she was screaming because she didn't want to go home, but as soon as they'd opened the door and she'd seen me, she started smiling. But it was a good thing that it happened, because the carer managed to calm me down really quickly and really well. So that sort of put my mind at ease. Yeah, she's nice. She's 27, I think. She's got 2 kids. And she likes to do crochet. She likes to do crocheting, you know, like knitting, I think it is, similar to knitting. She likes doing that. Yeah, she seems alright. It is turning up really bright, that on camera. I think I'm going to do these bits of the glasses, the goggles, the matching colour as well. I have no idea how to colour metal. That's why I've cheated a bit and just literally gone in with the gold ink. I've never tried it before, so is it with like thick needles? Because I know knitting is with the needles that are about so big, the plastic ones. But crocheting, is it with like a circle thing with the needles that you have to go up and down and up and down? I'm not sure. See, I have no idea, Kirsty. No idea. But yeah, she does that in her spare time, apparently. I don't know, but as soon as I walked into the room, and you know, I was there, she was fine. I don't know whether she was crying for say, well, I don't want to go home, so I'm crying because I just see my mum because I don't want it to take me. I don't know. No idea. I'm going to leave these cogs alone and we'll work on the little goggle. I think I'm going to work on these goggles and then probably a bit of the jewellery, and then I'm going to call this a stream because I wasn't well yesterday, quite poorly actually. I'm feeling tired now as it is after yesterday. I think there's a bit of a tummy bug going around. I feel better today, I'm just tired. Just tired. It is looking very eggshelly, you know, egg yolk colour, isn't it? Hello, Rolo. Hello, Rolo. You wanna come on? Oh, you big fat dog. You big fat dog. Don't step on it. Don't step on it. You can watch. I think it was a bit too much for a bright yellow I've chosen. Oh, what are you doing? A dog dancing on my lap. I think it'll be okay though once I've darkened it up with shades. Sorry?
I'm going to try these bit now. If it does anything, tell me straight away.
Okay. You put the heating on, didn't you? You said you was doing. Put the heating on then if you want the heating on. Yeah, it's Isabel had a cold and she got rid of it within a couple of days. She had it back. What? Shut up! You're only saying that because I'm on stream, you idiot. I hope that's not picking up on camera. Kirsty, you can have one of these. Have the black one, the one that sat on my lap. I don't know if I'll be. I don't want to move the camera in case I. But she's literally sat on my lap. Let me just try and move her. You can see her paws maybe. You should be able to see her paws there. She sat on my lap. Yeah, Rolo. The fat black one. Oh, she's a good girl. She just annoys me that she barks at the door. And Isabel loves her. She'll just sit in a chair, Isabel, laughing her head off at her for no apparent reason. Roll over, just sat there. Right, I am going to try and darken it up a little bit now. Try being the word. I don't know if I can. I'm going to have to try and show you. Let me try and move the camera a little bit. Oh, I don't know if I can. No, I can't. You see oil? No, you can just see fur. You can see the top of her head. That's the best that you're getting. Let's try and darken this up just a little bit. She's like a puppet, this dog. She'll let you do anything to her. What dog do you want? What sort of breed? You'll have your hands full, won't you? Get a cat, they're easier. Or a fish tank. Saying that they're easier, I got myself 3 angelfish last weekend, and 2 of them have got stuck in that behind the filter in the past week. They're alright though, I've managed to get them out. I love golden retrievers, they're one of my favourites. They're a lot of work them though. All the grooming and everything. A lot of hair in the house. These 2 are only tiny, aren't they? Danny's allergic to fish, cats as well. Yeah, they're alright, the fish. I managed to get them free. It was stupid why they swam behind there in the first place. I think I've got enough pets though. I've got literally a tank full of fish. 2 dogs, 2 kids and a husband. I know they are, they're meant to be well yeah, Labradors, they're used as guide dogs, aren't they? So you think that they would be? I think any sort of calm dog is going to be good for a child with additional needs, special needs. Because like I said, even though Isabel can't talk, she'll literally just sit there and giggle at these 2. They'll just be sat there doing nothing, and she'll laugh her head off at him. It's weird. Maybe she can talk to him, I don't know. Gosh, but they are big ones, aren't they? They would take a lot of walking. Yes, Daniel?
Hmm?
Yes? Do you like it?
Hmm?
I didn't know what to do with the skull because I've not coloured a skull before.
Hmm?
I didn't know what to do with the skull because I've not coloured a skull before, so I'm just guessing. Kirsty said hi. Why are you waving? She can't see you. You just waved. You have to put your hand here and wave. It'll turn up in a minute. He's gone away now, he's gone back playing FIFA. Yeah, they would be big vet bills. I've always liked Great Danes though, and they're stupidly big them, aren't they? Can you imagine Great Danes with Chihuahuas? It'd be too much, wouldn't it? You need a farm, but look after one of them. I can't believe he just stood at the side of me and waved at me thinking he was waving to you. I can't believe you just stood at the side of me and waved. You like standing at the side of me waving. I think that's looking a bit better. I'm going to blend that out again with the zesty. Which page are you going to start first, Kirsty? Yeah, it does look a bit better, doesn't it? I'll add it to all these bits as well. Let me get me blending stump, if I can find it. Where's the little one gone? There it is. So this is what I mean, I've literally got a mess all over the dining table. So I'm going to have to take all this out to bring it all back out again. The yellow one, yeah, that is a nice one that. It's very, very detailed though. Are you going to go in for the proper picture first? Are you going to do the background? What's your plan? Are you not going to go with a plan? You're just going to go with it and see what happens? You have to do the background. Let me see what I did in this one. In the background for the owl. I know it's nearer the back, isn't it? I'm pretty sure I went with purples, galaxies or something like that. I can't quite remember. I thought it was near the back. It's not, is it? Oh, where are you? Oh, there it is. Yeah, I went with more of a galaxy one. See, I think if you do the background, it doesn't look as terrifying to do. You know. I do need to get to that one. I really like that one. Right, back to this. Right, that looks a bit better now it's blended. Yeah, you do your backgrounds first, and there's not so much of the actual image to do. I mean, there's a couple of pictures I can't get out because Rolla's on my knee. But in one of my other henna cows on ones, I'm literally, I think I've had that ongoing for about 6 weeks now, 5 or 6 weeks, and I'll do a little bit here and there because it's so detailed, the picture. I can't be bothered sitting there all in one night, you know, to do that amount. And I've just realised I've missed all this part of the goggles. Let's go back in again and fix that. But there's certain pictures like this I can more or less get it done in 1 or 2 nights. It just depends how much detail there is there and how much time I've got. Like I said, I don't want to be stopping on too late tonight because I've got some corries that I want to watch and I'm pretty tired now. I lose patience as well, completely. You're right, you're completely right. That's why I ended up buying the pan pastels, because I don't know if you watched that video of me the second time of me using them, They're so easy, they're so quick, they're easy to blend. So it takes sort of the worry about, I mean, it took me probably about half an hour to do this skin today, just on the face. Whereas if I'd used pan pastels, it would have took me 5 minutes, if that. That's the reason that I love them, but I don't want to use them on every single piece because I know not everyone's got pan pastels. But they are really, really good. I've managed to fix my broken ones as well, which is good. They don't look as pretty, but they work now, so that's what matters. Just going to bring a little bit of this shade in, up to the side. Oh, I was so mad. They handed the parcel to Danny, and before they handed it in, I heard the bang on the floor, and I shouted from the kitchen, "Was that my pan pastel?" I knew they were broken as soon as I heard that bang, because it's more like a, can you imagine a makeup, like face powder, the flat ones that are, you know, like in a compact, that's what the pan pastels, the texture's like. So as soon as I heard that bang, I knew that they were broke. Yeah, it was annoying. Annoying to say the least. They're not as pretty, like I said, but they work, so that's all that matters. So what do I do about the glass? I'm gonna have to probably either look in my tutorial book or YouTube it, because I'm not quite sure. Just gonna add a tiny little bit here, then we'll go in and blend. I think I need to go and get my nails shortened again, because I can tell myself I'm holding the pencil, blending stump, anything, I'm holding it weird now because the nails are getting too long. My nails grow too fast. Do you think so? Do you not think I should add a little, well yeah, maybe. If I darken it up a little bit with something, and then just a glossy accent. Have I turned you to that as well? I kept harping on about the glossy accents, didn't I? It's so cheap as well. It was £5 for that big bottle at Hobbycraft. Really, really cheap. I usually use it on the eyes, but because she's got her eyes closed, I can't. I don't know whether to try and add a bit more glitter to that, because it does look a little bit patchy there and there. So I don't know. And you know one thing that I've missed? I'm going to have to go in and fix that right now before I forget. I've not added any colour into the eyebrows. So I'm going to go in with the two lighter shades and just add a little bit of colour. Very small amount. Lighter shade at the tail. Yeah, we can't forget them. You know what, it's been that long since I've actually done my own eyebrows, so I forgot how to even colour them because they've been tattooed on. I had microblading done, gosh, probably 2 years ago now, so I haven't had to mess with them. I do remember the basics. How long ago did you have that done though? You meant to get them topped up, aren't you, once a year, but I'm terrified of it going back because I found it so painful. It was worse getting microblading than getting a tattoo. Now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 tattoos, and I'd rather get all 4 of them done at once than getting microbladed again. I found it awful. Not going to mess with them too much, just a little bit of colour. I cannot believe that you're sitting there like that. Have you seen her? You silly doggy. Well, so it was a while ago then, wasn't it? I can't be bothered with going back now. Like I said, I can't be bothered with the pain. If I want them really nice, then I'll pop a bit of makeup over them. Not going through that again. Right, I'm just going to do the exact same thing with this area now. It's probably a similar time then, because I think it's October would have been 2 years. I got them done early for my birthday. Yeah, we were lucky the first time. I hated it, every single minute of it. I felt like I was going to pass out. Like, Rolla, you're going to have to get down now, love, you're hurting my leg. Go on. Fat dog. Yeah, I felt like I was going to pass out. So, no thank you. I'll draw him in now. I tried that. She didn't put any numbing cream until just before, so I don't think she left it on long enough. But I had my lips done last year, and that was less painful. Lip injections, less painful than having my eyebrows done. Stop fighting. I don't know if the camera's picking that up. Bloody fighting. So I'm just going to get this shading finished here, and then I'm probably going to call this a finished stream. I think I've rambled on enough tonight. You know what? It's not that bad. Honestly, it's not that bad. I don't ever remember being stung by a bee, because everyone always says it feels like being stung by a bee. But honestly, it's not that painful at all. And as long as you go to somebody that knows what they're doing, and they can do it, you know, quick enough, they're not dilly-dallying, it's not too bad. It's worse afterwards. That same day, I had it done in the morning, and that same day I had my father-in-law come round to the house, and they ballooned up probably 3 to 4 times the size. So that bit was a little bit embarrassing. And I think the next day as well, I had a group session for physiotherapy for Isabel, and I had to explain why my lips looked like they did. But after a week, the swelling went down, and no one noticed that I even had my lips done. It was just, you know, they look nice. They've gone down now. But yeah, I'd recommend it. It's not painful at all. It's just you have to keep it up, don't you? Like with me, you can't just get it once. I just got it the once because I just wanted to see what it was like. But you have to sort of keep it up. Same with the Botox, you have to go every 3 to 4 months, don't you? To keep it up. That looks loads better. I'm hoping that looks a little bit more like metal. Fireworks are still going off. What time are we on now? Nearly 10 o'clock. I know it just popped up. I didn't realise it did that. That's the first time that it's done that. I wonder what Danny's going to get me for my 300 subscribers. He can't hear me at the moment because he's got his earphones and listening to music while he's playing FIFA. But I'm only joking. I'm not expecting anything. I was not expecting anything. It was funny that night because I'd made tea. He came in from work and I shouted at him and I said, "Your tea's on the side." Me and Lewis are sat at front and Isabel eating our tea. He's in the kitchen. "What are you doing?" "Nothing." "What are you doing in the kitchen?" "Just eating my tea." Thought, that's strange, he never just stands in the kitchen eating his tea. And then he walks in with a cake with 200 on. The number 2 was like the fireworks cakes, candles, no sparkler candles. and the number 2 was set alight, and he stood there and he went, I couldn't get the zeros to light, so you've just got a 2. So he did that, and then he got me a congratulations card. The card is still up actually over there. I don't think I'm going to take that down for a little while. I thought that was so sweet. I didn't even think it was much of a big deal, but he said, oh, I'm super proud of you, congratulations. So I must be doing something right. But I said to him this evening, I would like to get, you've seen the size, well, at my house, it's like a front room, dining room, isn't it? So where I'm working at the moment, I'm working at the dining room table, and then at the end of every night, I tidy everything up and put everything back at the boot shelf. So it would be nice if we had a table behind me, just a desk just for me, and I could have some stuff, not lying around, because I wouldn't want it to look messy, but somewhere that's my own desk, and I wouldn't have to necessarily worry about tidying up every single night. So I think my birthday's at the end of this month, so I'm just going to probably ask for some pennies, put it towards a desk for behind me. That's what I probably want. He goes to New York in, is it 2.5 weeks? He goes to New York with his dad and his brother. So I'm hoping he goes to some art shops over there, to be honest. Yeah, I want the extra drawers as well, you know, if it keep everything organised exactly. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I just want it, I want sort of like a work area, a proper one. If I'm gonna upload to YouTube and stream more often, I'd like it to be a little bit more organised. But like I said, I was hoping to get this finished tonight, but clearly not. Is it weird as well that I'm looking forward to tomorrow's night tea? I'm going to make a full Sunday roast. I'm going to make my own sausages with bacon, Yorkshire puddings. I have to do Yorkshire puddings with, I don't even like them, but my husband does. With a roast chicken. I have bought gammon as well, like a joint of gammon. I don't think I'm going to do both of them, that would be too much food. But it'll be nice anyway. They are the Polychromos, the Faber-Castell. They don't blend as well as the Prismacolors that I've got Kirsta. If you want something that blends really well, I would really go with the Prismacolors. The only problem is these you can buy open stock over. You can buy these at Hobbycraft. I mean, I think they're about £1.50 each. It's cheaper to buy the full set. But these are by far my favourite, the Prismacolors. They're so easy to blend. The only problem is they're really hard to get hold of over here. I think there's one website that you can buy on open stock, and I had to buy the full set off Amazon. With Danny going to America, he can pick them up for a little bit cheaper, so I'm going to ask him, can he pick me up the set for me, the full set, and then I can use them as a backup, because they're like half price over in America. You're still dieting, you don't bloody need to diet. You might have seen them, but if you see the Prismacolor, I'd definitely get them. They're super duper easy to blend, really easy. These ones, the Faber-Castell, are closer to the ones that I give you, the Castle Art ones. They're more of a hard lead. They are more of a harder pencil. So someone like me that's, I'm quite heavy-handed, they are quite good. But when I'm really, like the skin here and all here, I've done that with Prismacolor. That's because I was just taking my time this afternoon. But they are a little bit more expensive. They're not technically expensive, it's the postage that we pay for. That's where we get a little bit done. Black Widows are a lot more softer than the Castle Art ones. The Black Widows are closer to Prismas and the Castle Art are closer to the Polychromos. It just depends on how much you're enjoying this hobby and how much you want to spend, to be totally honest. That's what it all depends on. The way that I reasoned it is, I don't go out every single weekend, I don't waste money on silly stuff, and this is my hobby now. This is what I enjoy doing, so I wanted to put the money in it to know that I would enjoy it. So that's why I bought the expensive sets. I'm liking how this has turned out though. I'm just going to add a teeny weeny bit shading here and at the bottom. I think I've found my metal shades. That was really lucky. I'm going to try and add a little bit more glitter before I turn off the stream and just let's see what happens. So let me put my colours back. I don't like any. I like all my pencils to be in order. I hate them being mixed up. Well, I used to be just as bad as with the Xbox. I used to be on the Xbox every single night. You know what though, when I turned the Xbox off, I was like, I've got nothing to show for this. So when I started doing, you can wake up the next morning and go, you know what, I spent 2 hours last night on doing this picture and I've got something to show for it. But Danny's still quite happy to sit there. To be fair, he's not played on the Xbox in a long time and he's enjoying it by the looks of it. He's sat there listening to music with his headphones and playing FIFA while I do this. Alright, let's see what happens. I don't know if it's gonna work this, we'll see. I just wanted to see if I can get away with just adding a little bit more. Exactly. You don't have to have the same hobbies, do you? As long as you're in the same room, it's fine. Right. Alright, I think I'm happy with that. I'm not gonna mess around with it anymore. How long have I actually been streaming for? Almost 2 hours. So yeah, I'm definitely going to call it a day now. Let me just show you that glitter. I'm just going to wait for the iPad to finally catch up. I can see what you can see now. So if I turn it like that, it is super pretty, don't get me wrong. But you just have to have a base of colour there. Right, so thank you very much everyone for watching, and anybody that watches this playback once it's finally got uploaded to YouTube. And Kirsty, I'll see you tomorrow. I'll just leave this on the side and let it dry. Tidy up all the mess. So yeah, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye.